Good evening. Hope you guys are enjoying your evening. This is the inaugural episode of An Evening Among the Stars. Going to be my Star Citizen series. Um, I'm trying to get my get my game volume. Is my game volume not coming through my desktop audio? That's strange. Oh, because I don't have the game. Hold on, I'm just upping my game volume a little bit because I noticed my last recording was a little quiet compared to my microphone. Okay. Hopefully that should fix it. So this video is going to be a tour of the Levski location. I logged out at Levski last night. I recorded the first video, which my initial recording of this video was a trip to Levski and landing. That didn't work out. So now we're going to be waking up on Levski, hopefully if the game works right, and we're going to do a tour. A friend of mine who doesn't play the game was asking about, the game seems a little empty, that kind of thing. He thinks it's beautiful but empty, basically. And I told him, well, there are some landing zones in the game, and there are a couple coming. The videos I was showing him were of me testing the logout mechanic when you land your ship. For those of you who don't know, if you land your ship on a planet and you log out while you're landed on the planet in the bed of the ship, you can jump back in. I was just showing that off, and I didn't want to be in a populated landing area. As a lot of you know, when you go to a lot of the bigger mining places and Levski and Port Olisar and Security Post Korea and places like that, there's a pretty good population usually. Well, I wanted to show them that there are places in the game that do have a good number of people, not all empty and desolate. So we're going to do a quick run through of Levski, if it ever loads. Here it comes. I can feel it coming. We're going to hear that. There it goes. And it's loading in. We're going to do a quick tour of Levski. Well, quick, it's a huge landing zone, and I kind of want to show off a lot of things. But here you are waking up in one of the Levski habs. It's an easy hab, but it's an older, more worn up model of an easy hab, kind of like you'd see on Port Olisar. But as you can see, the texturing, it's a little beat up, worn out. It's got a different lower, kind of lo-fi version of the clothing locker, which I can't use because my clothing isn't stored here. It's stored on Port Olisar. You got Horizon Magazine, Long Haul Quarterly. Got some beer cans. Go ahead and head out in the hallway. So this is the customs habitation area. Do a quick walkthrough. There are a couple of hab areas. There's the Levski residential area, and then there is the actual and then there's the customs hab area. I'm guessing customs is more for us temporary folk, and once they have their subsumption cycles all the way in, the NPCs will reside in the habitation area, in the residential area, rather. And I'm guessing that as players, we'll have the choice of using that residential area possibly for our apartments, for our physicalized inventories. That's basically they're going to, and there's more habitation down there. They're going to uh, use apartments as a way to. Oh man, it's pretty. It's bright out right now. Last time I was here, it was dark too. Sorry, you got distracted. This game is so pretty that even after playing it for a long time, you get distracted. You see the storm shutters are kind of stuck partially open. But out there is Levski, or not Levski, Delamar. Levski is this colony, the mining colony. So, Liberty Maintenance, got some NPC glitching going on right now, but he's the maintenance worker NPC that they showed off uh, at CitizenCon a couple years ago. So we'll continue that. Again, that's where that's. Oh, so I started off in the residential area, not in the customs area. Good. Forget what I said then. Most of the time, I don't know what I'm talking about. So that is the exit to customs, which we'll go over when it comes time to leave. Over here, uh, Oh, I just should show off the statue. So that is the statue of Anthony Tanaka. He has some lore standing. I don't know exactly what he did. I'm guessing there was some sort of miners' revolt, which is how they ended up having a collective community here in Levski instead of it being. Oh, somebody activated a detection. Oh, somebody wants transport. I would do that. I would take them where they need to go. So this is more apartments. Um, as they scale up servers and they figure out server meshing and things like that, there'll be more people per server. The populations will be higher. This is your admin office. Talk to this guy to turn in missions, pick up packages. There's your trading kiosks. Don't know what that one is. Alright. People's Alliance of Levski. This is sort of a socialist community. But yeah, this is the main area. This is sort of the great room of Levski. You can see the scale. Pretty impressive. We're going to go ahead and take the elevator down. Waiting for the elevator. Coming. Sounds like it's moving. Guess we'll see. Did I not? I called it, right? There we go. Okay. I always get impatient, just like in real life, and I'm tapping to get the elevator to show up. And doors are open. Oh, there's a clearer view of the mining operation, the bore hole. I'm not sure what they mined here before it's turned into more of a way station and a community rather than a mining operation. I'm not sure what exactly they were mining before that. Here we go. Going down to the Grand Barter. Eventually, I'm sure they'll have other locations. Or places you can go on this planet, hopefully, or moon, rather. But for now, Levski is the big location. And as you can see, there's a lot more NPCs than we've had previously. And I'm not sure what they're doing over there. Sometimes the NPCs get stuck. They don't have their scheduling down very well right now. This guy's checking things out. So let's check things out with him. You can see the glass has deformation and well, here comes somebody in for a landing. Beautiful. We get to watch somebody land. Or are they leaving? They might be leaving. But this brings up my point, is that as Chris Roberts pointed out at CitizenCon 2016, it's all physicalized and real out there. There's no skyboxes, there's no fakery. So they might. Oh, is he gonna crash? Yeah, dude, there's a death box down there. Oh, beauty. That is a Aegis Avenger. Come on back up. Well, anyway, so everything you see out there is real. And so if I was out there flying around, if you were out there flying around and I was in here, I could see you. They scaled the textures down a little bit, obviously, to achieve that kind of a draw distance. But at that distance, with your actual eyes, your vision would be scaled down anyway. So this is level, what, level 3? Level 2. Level 3 is down. You have to walk down to level 3. You can't take the elevator down yet. We'll go to the Grand Barter here in just a moment, but another open chamber like that. So this takes you to Borehole Station, which is a location where they used to control the mining equipment. And sometimes there's NPCs down here and sometimes there's not, but it is a little creepy. If I'm being honest, it's a little on the creepy side. I do enjoy the fact that they made it so creepy and so hey guys. You know, the thing is, now that you can customize your character, that could be a player character just pretending to be an NPC. Good thing you can't hurt anybody down here, but you just stood around in your civilian clothes. Hey, that guy's still flying around out there. You got an NPC in here too. I guess, you know, at nighttime I didn't see any NPCs down here, but that makes sense, because at nighttime the NPCs are on a schedule. They're not going to be out walking around. So, anyway, there's a player messing around in the hole out there. I don't know if maybe doesn't know how to land. So he's just killing time. This is Borehole Station. This is the control room for the old boring operation. This was still an active mining colony. And so you can keep going down this way. You can go down to level 3 actually. Um, I'm not going to because it's kind of creepy and also a lot of walking. But down those stairs, you can go even further. We're gonna back out. We're gonna go back through central ventilation. So this central ventilation. And how cool is that? I mean, I know like there are games with dedicated custom built levels that have this kind of detail, but for a game this big, that is already this big, that's, I mean, I don't know. I'll stop nerding out and continue the tour, but this is central ventilation, big air mover for the station. As you can see down there, that's level 3, or down where you can get down to level 3. Actually, the stairs over on the left. At the bottom of that staircase coming down, there's another turn, and you can go down further. But there's some NPCs down there. We'll pick up our pace a little bit here. Yeah, that's central ventilation. Oh, we're getting following us. So that'll take you back to Grand Barter. This takes you to what exactly? I haven't explored all this, so some of this is new for me. So this is more central ventilation, but it is closed. Okay, so we're gonna go back to. Oh, what does this elevator take us to? Uh, Never been in this elevator, but take us down or up? Down. Okay, well, okay. We're gonna take a quick detour, then we'll go back and check out the market, get this video over with. But I can't I can't help it. Curious soul. Alright, well, we're down somewhere. We got a maintenance worker down here. Okay, so this just took us down to that level that we were at, that we were looking down on. There's some NPCs. These are not maintenance workers. Here's where we were before. There's an NPC over there too. A lot of NPCs moving around this station now. It seems like they've increased them in 3.2 a lot, which is good. It helps with the immersion factor, you know. I mean, all right, so we are down about as far as I care to go. I wasn't even going to go down this far, but um, wow. See, that is it's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to stop geeking out on the game and I'm going to head back up. Do a tour of the Grand Barter market. I don't have any money to spend, but I can try some stuff up. I had a cargo hold full of ore, and it all got lost not that long ago. So I am broke as a joke. Working on something. He's working on something. Those sketchy characters over there are, I don't know what they're doing. Back in the elevator. We're on level 4 now. So we were on level 3. Now we're on level 4. And so for people who don't know, what I'm doing is I'm holding down F, which brings up your selection finger or selection icon, and then you can reticle, and then you can select what your contextual action for different things is. Animations on the elevators, lighting sources are so good. This is even on very high. I could try running on very high. Graphic settings aren't really much of an impact on your gameplay right now. It's mostly server side stuff, and memory leaks have a big detriment. Got here. Oh, makes a lot of noise. And then we got another air handler. Air handler doesn't sound like it's doing so good. We got, you can tell the age of the station by some of the technology. You know, it's not all holographic images and interactive touchscreens and stuff. There's a lot of old school analog type technology. It's kind of got like a like an Aliens the Nostromo feel, not Aliens the Sulaco. Here's Dumpers. Oh, you can check out Dumpers Depot. And then we'll go out to the Grand Barter. This is another entrance, and we didn't go through the Grand Barter's main entrance, so it's going to be a little stuttery while it loads because they hide a loading screen for the Grand Barter, or hide a loading time. So this is going to be Dumpers Depot, vehicle parts recycling, and see they have. I will. You are just a peach. There's a trading and shipping console, so you can actually buy and move stuff from in here. And then these are all vehicle components. We've got propulsion engines, propulsion computers. This right here. Got a Frost Star, so that's a cooler. Vapor block, I don't know what that does. I'm not really familiar with a lot of this. I haven't done any ship customization in these newer builds of the game. But yeah, so this is eventually going to be a more fleshed out thing, and there's dumper depots on different, cause just like in the in the real world, you have auto zones and you have O'Reilly Auto Parts and places like that. So they're chains. So right now the chain of vehicle parts stores is Dumpers Depot, but I'm sure there'll be different ones added, just like Garrity Defense and all that stuff, and Cordery's probably going to pop up other places. So this is the Grand Barter. The market is down there. You can hear all the market noises. That's the entrance into the market. That's the hospital, which isn't open yet. We just came from over there where Dumpers Depot is. That is the entrance to the saloon. That's a big claw game arm. So let's go find us something to shop at. As you can see, the occlusion and stuff, and this is great. The fogs and the volumetrics are great. I mean, one of the things that makes this game as immersive as it is the fact that the graphics are as the Roberts brothers would say, high fidelity. So this is conscientious objects. Again, hidden loading area. They put these open spaces in between things so that it's time to load the amount of information that needs to load for the spaces and unload the stuff behind you. He doesn't feel like talking to me right now. There's a player. Hey, player. 2 players. All right. Right. Hey, buddy. Hey. They're doing some shopping. Well, that guy's obviously not streaming or recording. They're just because they're going around so fast, which makes me think they're just playing the game for the game's sake, which is ideally what you would do. But felt like showing off Levski for a friend, so chill out. All right. So one thing I'm going to show real quick is this is a weapon store. Everything's on the wall. You can test out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try something out so I can show you that feature. Anybody who hasn't played the game a lot can see that feature. Can I not test out the arrowhead? With my testing. These are my testing supplies. No, I don't want to buy it. Alright, cancel. There it is. Alright, so test out the arrowhead. So this is one of the features I like, that you can, just like if you were in a real gun shop, you could pick up whatever you were looking at and see how it felt in your hand. And then you can put it back on the wall. I mean, obviously in a real gun store, the gun store operator would have to give it to you, but yeah. And so you got submachine guns and shotguns. Is this a shotgun? Ballistic shotgun. Energy rifle, the Gallant Midnight. That Gallant energy rifle, but it's in the Midnight paint job. And then you got pistols, energy pistols, ballistic pistols. Magazines. Van dual targets for the range. Love that. Having a mega sale. Right, more magazines, more weapons, some heavy weapons. Yeah, so this is conscientious objects. There's different weapon stores on different places, but this is the one for oh, then look at this. Eventually maybe you'll be able to buy these are big ammo crates for your cannons on your ship. Except for those there's no way that's 7.62 millimeter. That is more like 20 millimeter or 30 millimeter. I don't know if many, not maybe some of you don't know, but 7.62 millimeter is a 308 rifle round. Those are not 308 rifle rounds. 308 rifle rounds about 2.5, 3 inches long. So we're heading out of conscientious objects back to grand barter. But we're gonna take the stairs down. I do look forward to the Hurston landing zone that's coming soon. I know we don't have a lot of information at Gamescom this year. They're kind of skipping Gamescom in large part. I know they're sending a small team. But in a couple months here, we get 3.3 with Hurston and the Lorville landing area. And as much as Levski, I enjoy Levski, I can't wait to see a whole city and, you know, oceans and whatnot. So anyway, this guy is your newsstand. I like the ambient noise in this area. They did a really good job with their sound design. There's a pet store. There's a poster shop, which eventually you will be able to. I mean, you already have posters and stuff like that you can hang up in your hangars. Eventually, you'll be able to do something. I believe you, man. I believe you. These are good deals. You got hats for sale. They got boots for sale, shoes. You got jackets, a bunch of nice jackets. You got some mining helmets, which I would love to own just as a knickknack from my time here at on your station. But unfortunately, I won't be able to buy from you today, sir. Another thing that's coming soon, which I'm excited about, is the VoIP and FOIP. If they can get that and the server meshing in, so we can have higher populations, it'll be really cool to come to an area like this and actually like interact. So these are all. This is the Leka. Got that Leka. Anyway, so you got a plant store, which actually, if you think about it, if you're on a ship, having a UV light and a couple of plants would be good. Recycling oxygen without using power. Also just freshening the air. And they look nice. I'm sure you do there, British chap. I want that hatchet. Running with a hatchet. Alright. So, one other thing that's in here before we go see the saloon. Forgeries defense. Take a quick look around there. I mean, just look at the... I get so immersed in this game sometimes I start to lose track of what my thoughts. But, continuing on. So, again, they hide a loading area, which is fine. I would rather walk through a loading screen than live in than just sit and watch a loading screen. Shoplifters will be executed to the full extent of the law. Well, I mean, all right. So the guy that runs this store is a bit of a dick. He always is. Sometimes he won't talk to you, and he does. He's kind of a jerk. But best prices in the verse. Oh, that's cool. They got the commercials up on the screen. That's the 300 series commercial. 300 series commercial. That was one of the early commercials that I watched. Although the commercial that got me into this game, which when Gamescom comes around, I'm going to do a video stream on Twitch. Walter906_FFG on Twitch. I'm going to do a video stream where I just watch all the old commercials and geek out. So this is this is sort of the neutral armor. It's not the outlaw armor. It's not the marine armor. This is sort of the neutral armor. That's an undersuits. We all recognize this from Gamescom 2017? No. Yeah. Gamescom 2016 was the landing on Levski. Sorry. Gamescom 2016 or CitizenCon 2016 was when we saw this and the Aquila. I think anyway. I could be confused, but anyway, so that is the Raider outfit from the landing on, I don't know what the name of the planet was. It could have been Hurston now that I'm thinking of it, because Hurston does look like that planet. And there's the stone skin suit. And there's another stone skin suit. This one comes with some extra accessories. Link's legs. But as you can see, that's the arm. Then the armor stores on different stations are different. They sell different things for different prices. If you want to get a certain thing, you have to go to a certain place, and I like that. Not a simulated like, oh, you just buy anything anywhere like GTA 5 kind of went with, which I don't like. All right, continuing on. That was Corddry's defense. And this cool little offshoot chamber. Now we're gonna go check out the saloon, and then we'll call it a day on Levski. I mean, there's a lot more you could explore if you had the time. I wish I could buy your magazine, sir. I would like to read Whitley's Guide for Weapons and Long Haul Quarterly, since that's what I do a lot of the time. Small cargo runs with my Cutlass, or bigger cargo runs with my Constellation. All right, so where is the entry to the saloon? Over there. Yep. The Misk, built for life. I do like the Freelancer. Someday I would like to have a Freelancer. Misk Freelancer is my original favorite. And who knows, maybe I'll upgrade my Cutlass to it when I have some extra money to spend. But for right now, I don't really want to spend a lot more money on the game. Oh, good, they're standing on their oh, this guy's going one further. He's getting weird about it. The glitch that they have going on right now with the NPCs is that they stand on their chairs a lot of the time. This is the bar saloon on Levski. All right. There's the bartender. Hey, bartender. Pictures of oh, that's pretty cool. The rebels from Star Wars almost. Respect local authorities. They're all standing on their seats. Anyway, these are the private booths for you to have your nefarious or romantic meetings, I guess. Or both. It could be a nefariously romantic meeting. Guys hanging out. A lot of guys. They don't have a lot of female NPCs in the game yet because they're still working on the female models. Can I sit? Oh, you can't sit on the couches. You can only sit on the benches. I don't want to sit on one of these comfy couches. Anyway. Alright. Oh, I can sit there, though. So just hanging out. Chilling. But think about it. I mean, I'm a bit of a role-playing kind of guy, an immersion person. You could have your org sitting here for a meeting. You could have your monthly org meetings in game where you all meet and have a seat. You all go in here, and there's seating for 3. There's seating for at least 6. Can't sit in the places with pillows yet because they probably don't have the deformation for the pillows in. But you could have seating for 6, standing room for 6 more. So in the back of the bar here, there is this office, which I'm sure is going to be a location for an NPC quest giver. But you could have your meetings in here too. You say, you know what, we're going to meet up on a server, and we're going to have, you have seating for at least 5, 6, 7, 8. Seating for 8, 9. Standing room for more. You could have a dozen people in this room, and you could have your meeting in person. So normally you'd sit on a fucking, excuse my language, you'd sit on a chat app and you would do your meeting. Well, here you could do it in person, so to speak. Now with VoIP and FOIP, voice over IP and face over IP, is coming in the next patch or two. I mean, just social meetings for your orgs, even if you're not doing anything, you're just discussing your missions and priorities. This is Miles Eckhart. He's an NPC quest giver. I don't have him unlocked yet. So, but instead of just getting together on uh, Twitch chat app or whatever, or TeamSpeak, and you could actually get together in game, and you could just have a discussion. And if somebody comes in or listens outside the door, they can hear your org's plans. But that'd be part of the fun, is that you'd have to maybe have somebody on sentry duty watching outside the door, make sure nobody's trying to overhear what your org's operational plans are. All right, so we're gonna head back out of here now. Yeah, this is Levski, the first hero landing area. I'm going to head back through customs, and then I'm going to take a quick step outside just to show off the outside. And then I'm going to call it quits on this, although I appreciate everybody who does tune in to watch this video. Yeah, this is Levski. Those don't know, the Lorville City landing zone on Hurston is coming in October. That is the city that they landed at the end of Gamescom last year, at the end of the Gamescom demo last year. He landed, got a Nox Apua, I think, or a Dragonfly, one of the two, and then took that ground speeder over to the city. And then just as he got to the city, they panned in a little bit, showed off those bugs, like the first real monster animals in the game, and then they panned up and out of the city at that point. But yes, we're back to the main area. We did kind of a big loop through ventilation and mining and bore control, and then back through the back entrance into the Grand Barter. Checked out the Grand Barter shops. Now I'm going to head over to custom. Another NPC creeping. Dude, you're creeping, bro. I say bro a lot in general, just ironically, but also bros in this game because there's no females in, so it's just I mean, there's like one female, maybe two female NPCs that are custom built, but there's no procedurally generated female NPCs in the stations, so it's a bit of a sausage fest. It's a bro down. I don't know what's on level 2 because you can't get there yet. Where is this level 2? Maybe this is level. Alright, so we're back up here to customs and residential areas. There's an NPC, I'll let him walk through. I don't want to interrupt him. That guy just popped up through the floor. And that breaks immersion, but eventually they'll get that sort of stuff. Alright. So the elevators to get up to the surface are back here. Because again, if you're coming through customs, you're going to come in from you might come in from the outside too. So those are ship retrieval consoles, but we're going to call an elevator to go up. And these elevators are great. Not only do they hide a little bit of loading, but also they just look good, sound good, whole nine. So this is the lobby to go outdoors. Got a twitchy NPC over here. Too much time and space. Is that a character? Looks like the Doom guy. Freaking out. Got stuck. Join us. Excuse me on the noise. We're going to go out through request a vehicle. Request an Ursa, and then we'll step outside. Not a landing pad, it's a garage. They need to change that recording, but you know, what are you gonna do? We gotta cycle the airlock, it's gotta pressurize. Then I'll step in. Even though this is a more beat up than the Port Olisar one, so it's pressurized now. Then it's cycling into depressurization, so the sound is gonna change. It goes, oh, somebody landed their Cutlass Black in the courtyard. So you can land here. There's nothing. This is not a controlled landing area. There's no auto turrets that are going to shoot you down or anything like that. So if you're good enough to get down between all this stuff without flipping aside, you're welcome to land there. So that's somebody's Cutlass Black. Drake Industries Cutlass Black. Now, unfortunately, that's going to block my leaving in my rover, but I'll check out. So I'll just check out the rover. But this is the exterior of Levski. Do a quick slow pan, as smooth of a slow pan as I can do. My mouse speed turned up as high as it is. There we go. My mouse speed down a little bit. Welcome to Levski. Alright. And back in here we go. So this is one of the garages you can request a vehicle out of. Here. This is the Ursa Rover. I'll open the doors while I quick walk around. A 6-man, well, six-seater, but you could probably cram more in here. Rover with weapons. It's got defensive weapons on it. I wouldn't call them offensive weapons because they're not that strong, but you can see you got jump seats for 4. There's show the interior in a second, but I'll continue panning. The turret drops off to the side here. Got some lasers on it. Ursa by RSI. Right. This came with the Aquila because the Aquila is the stand-in for my Carrack right now. So this would be the side entrance for the crew, 2-man crew in the front, and then this would be the rear entrance for you can carry soldiers or like a exploring party, work crew, sort of an all-purpose rover. A locker, got weapons racks, which weapons racks in this are not usable. They are usable in some things, but those. So far, the storage in here is not usable. This is all your computer banks. This is your pilot seat. Co-pilot seat both have turret controls. The little computers on the left and on the right, far right, are remote turret controls. Yeah. Maybe this is your turret control. Probably this is turret control. I can't remember. I've done it once before, but I can't remember which one you have to click on once you're in the seat. Anyway, yeah. So that's the Ursa Rover. Let me get back out of here. Close up my doors. Can't exit directly back in from these garages yet. They have those blocked off. Eventually, I think they plan to have it so you don't have to go outside to. It's like if you. Oh, looks like that ship left. Oh well. I don't really feel like driving around on the surface right now. This video has gone on long enough, but that's Levski. You got a clear view now with that ship going. The exterior here on Levski. See, it's pretty gorgeous. It's gorgeously broken, I guess would be the way to describe Levski. It's a gorgeous place because of the design and the amount of custom, and you can tell this is handcrafted landing area. This wasn't a procedurally generated part of the game, and but it's beat up and dirty. All right, so here we go. So notice I'm going to stop talking so you can hear the sound change when the pressurization happens. One of my favorite things. And now you're in a pressurized environment inside an atmosphere, so the sound has changed again. I just love that. Anyway, I'm gonna take a seat on a bench here, and oh, we got some more NPCs. They get themselves stuck in the weirdest places. I'm gonna take a seat on a bench here, log out. But I do thank everybody for stopping by and checking out the video. Let me know if there's anything I can do differently or better, or what you like about what I'm doing. I have currently I have 2 series that I'm trying to get started. Morning Thunder, which is a War Thunder series, and then An Evening Among the Stars, which is going to be various Star Citizen things. I'm starting off with touring the major zones, the major landing areas, and then I'm gonna move on to some gameplay stuff. So, if there's anything you'd like to see, please let me know, and subscribe if you want to stay updated. Um, the Morning Thunder is going to be a daily thing. Evening Among the Stars is probably going to be like every other evening because it's a little bit longer videos, and until 3.3 comes out, there's only so much to show off for now. I don't think you guys would want to see me doing a whole bunch of cargo runs, but anyway. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Get Star Citizen. It's great. It's gonna get greater. Um, I'll be streaming on Twitch. Mostly my Twitch streams are going to be Star Citizen, Arma, or Squad. Twitch ID is Walter906 _FFG. Link in the description. You guys have a good rest of your day.